If you guys are looking to buy some of the cheapest tradable Rocket League items, then head to the first link in the description and use code JAKRS at checkout for a discount. What's going on, guys? I am JAKRS and welcome back to another Rocket League video on my channel. Today's video is episode 6 of my best trades of the week, a series where together we take a look at some of the best trades that I've done during the week with some of you guys. And if you guys want to trade with me to maybe be featured in episode 7 of my best trades of the week, then make sure to drop your PSNs as well as some offers of the items you see in today's video in my inventory that you might want to trade for. And if I want to do some of those trades, you might be featured in the next episode of this series. So far in this series, we've done about 5 different episodes and we've made around 250 to 300 keys amount of profit, which is absolutely mental. This series will probably be about 10 episodes long, and by episode 10, hopefully we would have made about 500 keys worth of profit and be able to build a car worth 1,000 keys, which is insane because combined with the nothing to something series that we're doing on the channel, that episode 2 of nothing to white zombies will probably be out quite soon, maybe in 1 or 2 days time. But after both of these series are ended, maybe together we can build a huge car that's worth so many keys, certified striker, white painted. It's gonna look absolutely insane. So without further ado, let's get into this week's best trades. Now let's take a look at the first trade of today's episode, which is a trade for me selling my white Dracos, which I actually bought in last episode's best trade of the week for just a heat wave and 48 keys, and I feel like this was a really good deal, and I actually made a tons of profit from selling them on for even more. I managed to pick up these white Dracos for just 48 keys and an add of a heat wave, which brings that offer to about 63 to 64 keys, and heat wave is slowly dropping in price. I thought it was going to go all the way up to about 18 keys, but it seems like I'm wrong, and it actually is going down a little bit and quite slowly. This trade right here is actually quite a trustworthy trade because this guy trusted me. He gave me 50 keys with some ads first, and then also did about 20 keys afterwards with the white Dracos, which I actually really do thank him for because we didn't have to use a middleman, and it saved a lot of time in the process. 50 keys right here, and the ads he gives me is worth in together as a total about 3 keys. So this is about 53 keys right here, and then the trade afterwards, this will be broken into 2 parts. The trade after this trade that you're seeing right now will show you the 20 key trade that goes through with the white Dracos. And so the 53 keys worth of items and keys that we got in the last trade, plus the 20 keys that he's going to give me now with the white Dracos, makes this offer worth about 73 keys, which is in total about a 8 key overpay since they're only worth 65 to 70 keys. But I feel white Dracos will actually go up in value after the white Apex drop as an RLC item once again, and those will go down in rarity and also value, and so the white Dracos and white zombies will slowly go up. Buying the white Dracos for around 63 keys worth of items, then selling them on for 73 keys worth of items, make it worth about a 10 keys amount of profit from this trade, which is insane. And getting straight into this week's second best trade, here is a trade for my certified pink KALOS. Pink KALOS are worth 3 to 4 keys since they look really similar to the original KALOS, but this guy told me while I was on live stream that he wanted to buy them, and so as soon as my live stream finished, I just hopped into a trade with him, and he at first was offering Lime Magic Missile, Lime Chakram, with an add of some exotic roulette wheels, but then after this, after me accepting it, he knew that I was willing to do this offer, and so he took down the roulette wheels, and I was still happy to do this trade because it was a really good overpay for these KALOS since they don't really sell, since they're from the turbo crate and it's getting a bit unpopular now as an item, but I managed to sell it quite nicely and made a decent amount of profit on them. The magic missile itself, the Lime Magic Missile, is already worth 3 to 4 keys, but since it is a boost and the KALOS are a will, he also added the Lime Chakrams, and seeing as these items were both painted lime, if I can find a person looking for just lime items to match their car, then maybe they'll buy both of these and I'll make a decent amount of profit from these items. And the Lime Chakrams are worth 1 to 2, and so this is a 5 key offer for an item worth 3 to 4, giving me a 2 keys profit from this trade. Next, I sold normal voltaic wheels to ENDO Rail, who is also another Rocket League YouTuber, and he gave me a really good offer for these since he was trying to use them for a video that he was making. He at first offered me grey Troika wheels with an add of a Crimson Venom, and Crimson Venom doesn't sell too well since not that many people use a Venom, but the Troikas as well, pretty hard to sell colour, so I did want a bit of ads. At first, I was willing to do it for just his black unicorn, but he didn't want to do that, and so I made him add the Saffron Visor, and also I managed to pull a traffic cone, which is also painted black, and I felt like this was a really good offer, and it also helped him make his video that you can probably see on his channel. But yeah, I feel like this is a really good deal, probably about a 1 to 2 keys worth of profit from this trade, and an easy profit. For this next trade, at first I was offering a furry import for grey JAKRS, but the guy already had a furry and so wanted a different import, and so I scrolled a little bit up in my inventory, found a GT, and he was willing to take a Dominus GT for his grey JAKRS. Grey JAKRS are worth 0.5 to 1 key, so we'll price them at about 0.75, and a fairy is worth 0.33, but then changing it to a Dominus GT is about a half a key offer, and since these wheels are painted, if I can find somebody that's looking for painted wheels, they might be willing to overpay for them, maybe give me 2 imports, or maybe even 3 if I find a lucky trade. I was actually trying to collect a collection of all of the new white painted items that were titanium white, but unfortunately I couldn't manage to get all of them, and I knew it would cost a lot, and since they were dropping quite quickly, I wanted to sell them on without losing any more profit in the time being. So I managed to sell them on for, at first, an offer of 2 Taurus and 2 keys, but then he changed one of the Taurus to a biomass, and I was willing to take this offer since mystery decals are really easy to sell, and this adds up to about 2 keys each for these items, which is a really good deal since boosts like the standard don't sell too well on the market right now. After getting the biomass in the last trade as well as the Toro, it meant that I now had 2 biomasses in my inventory, and I knew that I wasn't going to use biomass on my car at all, so I decided to sell it on, and I got a really good offer on a trading website, which I'll have in the description of today's video if you guys want to check it out and find yourself some decent trades just like I do. Biomass is worth about 2.5 to 3.5, but it doesn't really sell for 3 keys at the moment. I've been picking these up for about 2 keys each, and it's really easy to do that. Cobalt Mantis is a bit hard to sell since it is going down in value, but it is 3 to 4, and with an add of zombies, this is a 4 key deal for an item worth 3, which is also hard to get 3 keys for, so I feel like I did really well with this trade. The next biomass that I sold on that I also had in my inventory was for another good deal, and since selling that other biomass, I actually got a few more biomasses, and so now I had about 4 in my inventory. And literally I got a really good deal of imports. These imports together sell for about a key for 2 of them, but some like the Mantis and also the Animus sell for about a key each, but I could easily sell the Mantis with another import for 1 key. If I manage to sell 2 imports for 1 key, then this is easily about a 6 to 7 key deal, but I probably will be selling about 3 imports together for a key, since loads of people would love to do that deal, since it is a tiny overpay and it would easily get me some keys that I can then go and buy some more items on for. The trade went through, and I was happy to take this easy 2 to 3 keys profit on this trade, since I bought the biomass for just 2 keys in itself. This next trade is a bit of a weird one, but I feel like it deserves a place on best trades of the week, just because imports are way easier to sell than the exotics are, and these exotics right here, for example, the KALOS wheels and the Lobos are really difficult to sell and barely sell for about half a key, but these imports you can basically easily pick up half a key for, and definitely about 6 to 7 crates each for the imports. I did each exotic 1-to-1 for an import, and some of these imports were actually certified as well, which adds to the offer a tiny bit if people are willing to pay for the cert. Even if I don't manage to pick up keys for these imports, people would definitely like to take these as an add to one of the offers that I do for maybe a bigger item like white zombies or white Dracos that you might see in episode 7 of best trades of the week. This next trade here was probably with one of the richest people on Rocket League. It's undeniable that the amount of Striker Heatwave and Striker 20XXs this guy had in his inventory, along with just the keys, and he also had a Zombie set, a Draco set, but he was collecting Striker mystery decals, and this 5 keys for the Striker Labyrinth, which isn't on the price list anymore, certified prices for mystery decals, unfortunately. I feel like this is a really good pickup since I paid just under about 3 keys for this item. Trading up a ton of very rare boosts helped me to get this really good deal right here. This guy was making a collection of painted X-Devils, and since he had 2 painted orange X-Devils, he gave me an orange X-Devil with an add of a Neo Thermal, which is already half a key, and I feel like this forest green X-Devil alone is just half a key on its own, but he also added 2 very rare boosts that I then added to one of the trade-ups that I could do later on to get even more of these new painted cars. Slipstream is another mystery decal this week that has been going up a lot in value. I'm feeling like I must have to make a what items are going up in value and what items are going down in value series on the channel each week, where I talk about which items are going to drop and which will rise in price. But this Slipstream is worth right now 5 to 6 keys, but when I did this trade, it was 4.5 to 5.5. The guy was offering me 5 keys, but I managed to make him add an import, and I'm happy that I asked him because he actually added a magic missile, and this is one of the best imports you can get as an ad because it's worth 0.7 to 1 key, and I have seen people pay 1 key for these. Some people do like to do these overdrive import trade ups, but a lot of people don't like the fidget spinners and the turbine wheels, so they only pay about 0.7 for it, which I still feel is a good deal. This is 5.7 keys for an item that I feel like is hard to get 5 keys for, and with these keys I can easily get people to overpay for them. After buying the Octane set, I now had every single painted Octane in my inventory, and after streaming for a little while, this guy was interested in my Crimson Octane, and then I added 6 keys to this offer to maybe pick up his Heatwave, and he decided to accept the deal, which is really awesome. Since Heatwave is 16 keys, 6 keys with an ad of a Crimson Octane puts my Crimson Octane valued at about 10 keys, which is a really good value for this, since I actually had 2 Crimson Octanes as I traded up to one quite shortly before this trade, and I sold that one on for just 8 keys, so this is a really good deal for this in my opinion. People have been buying these for just under 8 keys at about 6 at a push, since only the white Octane is selling right now for about a 20xx, or you'll probably be lucky to get a Hellfire for it. You'll then see me sell in this next trade this Heatwave on for even more profit, which is awesome. Unlike the Slipstream, Heatwave has been dropping in value this week as it's gone down from 16 to 17 keys to just 15 to 16, so I recommend that you guys sell your Heatwaves quite quickly because I feel like this might drop even further, and it has been overtaken by the 20xx, which is now the most expensive mystery. 17 pure keys for this Heatwave. I feel like this is a really good deal as I panic sold it on as I felt like it was going to drop even more. So there's the end of the trades. They were absolutely incredible. We made tons of profit from each one of them, and they were absolutely deserve a place on this week's series. If you guys want to join my new Discord server, the link to that will be in the description somewhere on probably maybe the top 5 rows, and if you want to join that and you use Discord yourself, if not, you can download it on maybe mobile. This is not sponsored at all. You can get it on mobile or on computer, and you can join that server. It's a place where all of the subscribers of this channel and myself can talk together. I can find easy trades, you guys can find trades with each other, and also it's a place for us to just chill out and we'll have a general chat about different stuff and Rocket League and stuff outside of Rocket League too. So this is unfortunately the end of today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.